Alright, what's going on guys? T Torres back here for another video. Now it has been a while since I made a video on the Honda. I did unfortunately wreck the Honda, and finally the parts have came in, and yeah, I'm going to show you guys exactly what happened, and then I'm going to run through how we're going to fix this problem. So if you're stopping to the channel for the first time, just to let you guys know, this is a car channel. So I do have a 2017 Honda Civic Si, big turbo from PRL Motorsports, gotta love it. Then also have a diesel that I'm also building on this channel. So if you like car content and truck content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you turn on your post notifications. Let's get straight into today's video. Okay, so as you can see, I'm starting to get my garage all put together. Still kind of a mess, got a bunch of truck parts over there, truck parts over there. But anyways, so today's video is gonna be about how I wrecked my Honda. So as you can see right here, I smoked the passenger side mirror. And of course, I smoked the one that has the freaking camera in it. Luckily, the camera is not damaged or harmed. So what I went and replaced was pretty much the actual body of the actual mirror itself. So I was backing out of my garage, looking over my shoulder, not into the camera. And when I did, I backed up. And when I did, the mirror actually hit right there. As you can see, the mirror hit here and folded. Here's some of the damage, busted this mirror. Luckily, I was able to salvage this cap, because this painted cap is actually pretty expensive, so that's gonna be an easy fix. Just pop that right back on and got some more odds and end pieces that broke. So I know it's been a while since I posted any videos or have content on my car, because my truck has been taking a lot of my time. So there's still gonna be content for both vehicles coming, but just wanna give you guys an inside look of what actually happened. Cracked this pretty bad. This is bad. This is where the cap sat for the mirror cap. It actually just popped off, so that's actually going to be salvageable. So, yep, the mirror still folds in, folds out. Camera still works, so I'm going to show you guys how to replace this mirror. And in order to do that, we have to pop off the door panel and remove some goodies. All right, so I got some genuine Honda parts. As you can see right here, this one piece to the puzzle, and then this piece right here is just the mirror. So I'll go ahead and unbox this so I can show you the two pieces. All right, so here's one of the pieces that I broke. Of course, this is going to be the cap side on the bottom that houses the camera. Got that piece to replace, and hopefully I can replace all this without having to buy a brand new mirror. Oh, and here's the actual camera cap piece itself. It got a little bit damaged, so I figured I needed to replace that also. And then here is the front facing side of the camera that got beat up pretty bad. And then in this box, or this package, should be the actual mirror itself. And it is genuine Honda parts. Had to get this mirror replaced. I bought all this for maybe 50 bucks, I think it was, shipped to the house, so not too bad, but still, I'd rather not have smoked my mirror and having to make this video on how to fix it. But I figured, being an informational channel like this is, I'm going to show you guys how we're going to fix this. So let's get to taking the door panel off. First things first, we're going to remove this plastic from the factory that I would never remove. I always like having that on there just so they always ask me questions, why do you still have that on there? That's now gone. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pop some of these trim pieces off. Alright guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and removed the tweeter. So if you ever want to replace the tweeter on your factory, it's super easy. All I did was, so this sits in there like this. I just got behind here by the window and pried this out, move this piece back, and then you have one little plug that you need to unplug in order to get to the tweeter. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, now, I've never done this before, so it's also going to be a learning experience for me. Obviously, you're going to remove these 3 bolts in order to let that mirror become free. It wouldn't be a Honda if it weren't, if these 3 bolts weren't a 10mm. So obviously, you got the 10mm. You're going to take all 3 of these off. All right, so keep in mind, I'm trying to do this without removing the entire door panel. So there is a white clip right here that you need to remove. That's going to give us free range of getting this mirror off. This one's for your tweeter. Leave that one alone. You just want to go ahead and unclip this band right here to get this mirror wire free. Alright, so the next thing I did, this clip right here, I just went ahead and snipped it in order to free this wire up, and then this mirror should come right out. Boom. Just like that, there is the broken piece of mirror that we are going to fix. Alright guys, so as you can see we have the mirror fully off. Next thing you want to do is you want to take this little insulating, I don't know, imagine some kind of sound deadening piece off. And then you want to go ahead and remove this rubber piece here. Okay. Move it back just like that. And then there's 3 screws. There's one right here, and then there's one on this side. You need to go ahead and remove that. And the next thing we're going to do is remove these 2 right here. These are Phillips head screws right here. Alright guys, so now I have a 9/16. I'm going to remove these 3 screws right here. There's one right there. One right here. Okay. And then there's another one right here. And as you can see, these were just hand tightened, so no need for a wrench. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to move this Phillips head screw here, and then there's one right there. Alright, so I kind of got a little ahead of myself and forgot to record. I went ahead and took the actual camera out. This is still salvageable, it's still good. It connects right here. There's a little tab that holds the mirror, or excuse me, the camera to the mirror right there. Pop that out. On this side, just push the button, boom, camera pops right out. Alright guys, so the next part I found out was a little bit tricky. This piece has to come off. There is a ring right here. As you can see, make sure you don't lose that because we're gonna have to reuse that. You're gonna wanna push that ring down. So it's sat like this, and then this sat like this on that cup. Inside these little grooves right there you can see. So I pushed that down with a little flathead, and then that allowed me to free up these rubber boots. So it sat like that. That came out, and then I took out these 2 screws. That part's a little tricky, but we got through it. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is, there is this triangular piece on the back. I went ahead and folded the mirror in, and I've already got it loose, but there's a little divot right here that you can get your flathead in. You pop that out, and the next thing you want to do is remove these 3 screws right here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so after you remove those 3 screws, there's the 3 screws right there. Literally, this entire mirror piece is going to come off. All you got to do is pull the wires through. I'll show you guys that here in just a second. Alright guys, so the next step we're going to do is there's a screw right here. You want to go ahead and remove that guy. I went ahead and loosened it off the camera. So it should come right out, and then this piece and this piece will separate from each other. Alright, so as you can see, this is all taken apart. This is the piece that is obviously still safe and intact, and then we completely smoked and broke this piece and this piece, which is the pieces that I have got to replace. So now let's go ahead and put everything back together and get the mirror back on, and hopefully we don't have to realign the camera angle, but I think we may have to. Alright guys, so this is the broke piece, and then the new piece I now have on. So that last screw that we took out, this one, you want to go ahead and put it back in. That's going to securely hold the bottom piece to the actual mirror itself. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the factory mirror back in the factory camera back in the mirror. Alright guys, so the next thing I did, I put those 3 screws back, and then I'm going to put that plastic piece to cover up those 3 screw holes. Is what we're going to do next, and then hopefully I can figure out how we're going to set this camera back in place. Alright, I know this is kind of a bad angle, but the next thing I did was I went ahead and clipped the camera back in. There's a clip that goes in there, there's a little notch, and then there's a little, right there, there's a little screw that needs to go back in. Then I went ahead and plugged the camera back in on the top. So hopefully, once I put the mirror back on, the camera does not have to be realigned. Alright guys, so the next step is I took this piece, which is now the new piece, and I went ahead and got everything how it needs to be set. This part over here should be nice and lined up. Yeah, it'll be lined up once I get everything tightened. Alright, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to replace, or not replace, but you're going to want to fix those 2 screws back in so to hold the entire housing back. And I went ahead and fed the lines for the mirror warmer back in, and I think it also allows you to adjust the mirror. So now that's back in. And yeah, gonna get everything tightened, make sure everything looks good, and then yeah, I'll go over the next step. Alright guys, so the next step is I went ahead and put these 2 tabs back onto the mirror. We're not gonna have to reutilize anything off of here besides these 2 These 2 rubber boots, that's it. Alright guys, so one of the things that you're gonna have to do is the factory one has these 2 tabs on it. We're actually gonna have to reutilize this piece. What I went ahead and did is pop this one off because we need those 2 tabs to be able to seat down in here in order to securely hold the mirror down. Alright guys, so I went ahead and transferred the old one back on that has these rubber grommets, and I put some more of the grease back in where it's gonna go. And remember that silver O-ring we took out, went ahead and put that back in. So let's go ahead and put the mirror back on. Alright guys, so what I did, went ahead and took this piece that I previously put on. I went ahead and put it on the mirror. I think it's gonna be a lot easier. So I'm gonna connect these 2 wires, put the mirror on, and then hopefully in the next 5 or 10 minutes we'll have this puppy back up and running. And then we'll check the camera angle to see if our lane watch looks good. Alright guys, the mirror is now back. Hey, that's me. Okay, got these 3 screws put back in, these 3 screws put back in, put this rubber piece back on, put this back on, and we're gonna go ahead and attach the mirror back to the car, put the tweeter back in, and then yeah, fire this puppy up and see if the lane watch camera still works. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, the camera is still fully functioning. Luckily, I did not have to adjust the camera angle. Everything went back perfectly good and smooth. Camera angle works great for lane watch. The electronic mirror to adjust it, up, down, left, right, works perfect. Man, was that a freaking chore, but I was able to get it done. So I think this mirror replacement was about 300 bucks from the dealership, and I've got $55 in it. So I'm super happy and super pleased that I was able to avoid paying, an extra $250 on top of what I already have. So hopefully you guys can take something away from this. And I know all y'all were like, oh man, he wrecked his car, blew his motor up, but nope, car's still running good. Kind of been upset. I haven't been able to drive this car in like a month or 2, so I'm definitely gonna go rip on some back roads in Mexico, of course. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're stopping to the channel for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and leave this video a big thumbs up. Even if you didn't like today's video, still give it a big thumbs up. And we have more car content, more truck content coming. Oh, and if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. And I'm really thinking about parting ways with the SI and building a Type R. So comment down below if you guys think I should get a Type R. Peace.
Back to my pulse flat, we keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black, got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin', doing this is my calling. Flow is so